Hello and welcome to Boardgame TV. Hope your day's going good. We're going to be playing Marvel Champions, a living card game. We're going to be playing against the Wrecking Crew. They are a side pack that you can buy. They don't come with the base set, and they play differently than all the other villains, which I like. I think this is good for the game. As you can see, I have 4 encounter decks and 4 villains out, and you basically play them all at the same time. The rules are changed a little bit, but it is a good change of pace. And if you don't know who the Wrecking Crew is, I guess you can consider them B villains, maybe even C. I've always liked them though. Basically, they are 4 criminals together that Loki gave powers of Asgard to, and so they're really strong, and they each have a certain power. And it's Wrecker, Thunderball, Piledriver, and Bulldozer. They've been around for a while, probably underused and underrated a little bit, but I've always liked them. They're Thor villains, so we're going to be playing as Thor, and we're going to look at Thor real quick. As you can see, he starts with Odinson, and he has the action, search your deck and discard pile for the Mjolnir upgrade and add it to your hand, shuffle your deck. And his full recovery, and then his hand size, his hit points are 14 and his hand size is 5. And then his thwart is 1, his attack is 2, his defense is 2, and it says have at the response. After you engage a minion, draw 2 cards. And he has a hand size of 4 for that. Okay, so let's take a look at our villains. We're playing the scheme Breakout. And basically it tells you to set up. You don't use the hero's obligation, and you don't use their nemesis deck. So you don't use any of that for whatsoever in this scheme. And basically every villain has his own deck and own side scheme, and then we have a main scheme. And their decks are a little bit shorter, but they all won't go. The first guy we have is Wrecker, and he has scheme of 2, an attack of 2, and he has when Wrecker schemes, place a threat on his side scheme instead of the main scheme. While Wrecker is attacking, he gets +2 attack if the attack is undefended. And his side scheme is this card cannot leave play while Wrecker is in play. Force response, and these are all the same. The Day of Reckoning side scheme, the Thunderstruck for Thunderball side scheme, the Pile It On. And Clear the Road are kind of all the same. Wrecker's is hard hitter, force response. After threat is placed here, if there's 10 or more threat here, deal 2 damage to each friendly character. Remove all but 3 threat from the scheme, and it starts with 6. We have Thunderball, who has a scheme of 3 and attack of 1. This is when Thunderball schemes, place a threat on his side scheme instead of the main scheme. You're going to see that a lot. After Thunderball attacks you, deal 1 damage to each character you control. And of course, his side scheme can't leave play. It says Force Response, Gamma Blast. After threat is placed here, if there are 10 or more threat here, stun each friendly character, remove all but 3 threat from his scheme. Oh, and Wrecker has 14 hit points. Thunderball has 13. We have Piledriver. He has 11 hit points. His scheme is 2, his attack is 2. He has Retaliate 1. And when Piledriver schemes, place a threat on his side scheme. And he has Piledrive. After threat is placed here, if there is 10 or more threat here, each player discards the upgrade or support they control with the highest cost. Remove all but 3 threat from the scheme, and his scheme starts with 3. And then we have Bulldozer, and he has 12 hit points. He has 1 scheme, 3 attack. When Bulldozer schemes, place the threat on the side scheme. When Bulldozer attacks, the attack gains overkill. And he has Clear the Road. Again, his cannot leave play while he's in play. He has 4 threat. And after that threat is placed here, if there's 10 or more threat here, each player must discard the top 10 cards of their deck. Remove all 3 threat from this scheme. Now the main scheme here is Breakout. And after step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 threat on each side scheme. Move the active counter to the villain whose scheme has the most threat. If there is a tie, the first player chooses. If this stage is completed, the players lose the game, and it's for 6 threat. And it's going to get 1 each round, but not start with any. And Wrecker will be the first villain to start. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do. Now, there are, like I said, a few differing rules. So we'll go over a few differing rules here real quick on how it kind of plays, because like I said, it's going to play differently. So it tells you how to set up, and then it says how to lay it out, and then it tells you, alright, but only the active villain will activate during the villain phase. The active villain is the villain with the active counter. The active counter is placed and are moved by card effects. Any card effect that refers to the villain only refers to the active villain. Any card that refers to the encounter deck only refers to the active villain's deck. When the villain is dealt a boost card, it is dealt from the active villain's deck. When a player is dealt an encounter card, it is dealt from the active villain's deck. So there you go. Players may attack any villain, however, or thwart any scheme regardless of which villain is the active villain. Okay. If players defeat all 4 villains, they win the game. Okay, so that's basically it. So we can attack, while they have to do it one at a time, we can attack anybody and try to thwart any scheme we want. Okay, so we're gonna get my hand here. Let's see what we have. Let's get my hand. There's Odin's son. And let's see here, I have strength. I have a hand size of 5. However, I have an action, search your deck and discard pile from Mjolnir, upgrade, and add it to your hand. Okay, which I will do. So there we go. Now let's see what we have here. Okay. I will play Defender of the 9 Realms to put Mjolnir in play. And I get +1 attack and I gain the aerial trait. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to play this 2 strength and this get over here. And that's going to give me 3 because the strength is worth 2. And I'm going to play Asgard, which I get +1 hand size. And so this is the only card I have left into play. I'm going to flip here. Alright, now I will attack, I guess. And so remember, I get +1 attack. So I have 3 attack. And let's see who I want to hit. Well, Wrecker's got the most hit points. I wanted to go Piledriver. I don't like his thing. So, I'm going to hit him for 3. So he's going to go down to 8. However, he will retaliate 1 against me, which is fine, and I'll lose 1 hit point. But, you know, I do have an extra hand size, so that's not too bad. And that will be the end of my turn. And so I will draw my hand. Lightning Strike. Alright. Oh, and Thor has aggression. He's red card aggression. Okay, so now it's the villain's turn. And remember, only Wrecker will go. So remember the breakout scene after step 1. So first step is place threat on the main scheme. So let's place a threat on the main scheme. Okay. After step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 threat on each side scheme, which we're going to do. So Wrecker now has 7. Thunderball now has 6. Piledriver now has 4. And Bulldozer now has 5. Okay, so Wrecker will attack me for 2. I guess I'll put this here. Let's do his boost card. Alright, when revealed, hero, Wrecker attacks you. Oh no, that's only the boost. Okay, 1. So he's going to do 3. While Wrecker is attacking, he gets +2 attack if the attack is undefended. I could defend it. Alright, I will defend. So we're going to defend, and I only take one damage in. So I'm at 12 hit points. Alright, now we will do his encounter card. I've been waiting for this. When revealed, the active villain heals 3 hit points. Give that villain a tough status card. Well, he's at full health anyways. He has tough status. And that's going to be the end of my turn. Or the end of the villain turn. So let's see what I want to do. I am spent there. Lightning strike. Okay, I'm playing Defender of the Nine Realms, and I'm gonna play this upgrade here, and that's gonna, after your hero attacks an enemy, spend a brain resource, deal 2 damage to enemy. I have Lightning Strike. Okay, I think I can't attack because of that stupid Wrecker defense there. Why is there all both good cards? I think I'm done. That was a terrible hand, but okay. Now it's the villain phase, and of course we have to put 1 threat here. We're at 2. So we have to put 1 threat on Wrecker side scheme, which is going to give him 8. 7, 5, and 6. And Wrecker will now attack me. Oh, wow. He does 5 damage to me, 7 damage to me. Whew. Wow. He's killing me, man. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna have to defend again. I had to take 5 damage. Yeesh. That's horrible. Okay, now let's do his card here. Buddy system. Choose the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. Reveal the top card of his deck. Okay. That would be Piledriver. Escape plan. If you are confused, if you already confused, Piledriver schemes. I'm not confused, so here we go. Thwart or scheme. Discard. Okay. Alright, jeez, let's see what I can do here. My God. Okay, alright. Okay. Okay, I'm going to play Hammer Throw. Exhaust Mjolnir. Deal 8 damage to an enemy and return Mjolnir to your hand. Okay. And I actually do 9 damage. So that takes out Piledriver. He's done. He's been taken out. So we took him out, no problem. Okay. Then I have this response. After your hero attacks an enemy, spin a brain resource, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Okay, I'm going to deal 2 damage to Wrecker and get rid of the tough card. Okay, and that's really all I can do. I can draw up to my hand size. Okay. And now it's going to be the end turn. Okay, so let's put a scheme on here. A threat on there. We put a threat on Wrecker. Thunderball. Bulldozer. Wrecker will attack me, and he will do 5 damage. Okay. Now we have his encounter card. Guard. Okay, corrupt prison guard. While this minion is engaged with you, cannot attack the villain. Okay. Yes. That. Alright, so that's the end of the turn. Alright. So it is now my turn. And I'm going to put 2 energy. I'm going to play Thor's Helmet, which is going to give me +5 hit points. Okay. I'm going to put Mjolnir back in. And I'm going to play Power of... Well, I don't have to play that. Okay. I'm going to play Get Over Here. And it says attack. Deal 1 damage to a minion if you have the aerial trait, engage an enemy. Okay. So I deal 1 damage to him. And then because I do that, I have after you draw 2 cards. Okay. And then let's see here. I can, after your hero attacks an enemy, which I do, I spend a brain resource and deal 2 damage to him, so he's done. This is good. And then I'm going to attack for 3 damage. I'm going to hit Bulldozer. And that's going to be the end of the turn. So let's do this. Okay, so this has 10 threat on it now. It says deal 2 damage to each friendly character. Okay, so he's going to do 2 damage to me. Okay. There's going to be 9 on this one. There we go. So now Wrecker will attack. And he gets... This attack is undefended. Discard an upgrade you control. Well, I will defend it. Oh, you know what? I forgot to draw my cards. Well, what was that after? What was that? It was a boost. You know what? I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go ahead and discard this upgrade right here. That's fine. And then we have his encounter card. Mystical Link. Place 2 threat on each side scheme. Okay, that's not good. So 2 goes here. Alright, so 2 goes on this one. It gets done and it says stun each friendly character. Alright, I got stunned. And that's going to be 8. So it's going to go discard the top 10 cards of their deck. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Not very good. Okay, so now it is finally my turn. Let's see. Man, I don't have much I can do here. I'm going to play 4 cards. I'm going to play Avengers Mansion. And I will attack. However, that gets me rid of the stun card. And that's it. And I'm kind of almost going to probably lose. Alright, so let's put one more threat there. 1, oops. And 1. And have him attack me. Wrecker gets +3 attack for this activation unless you place 2 threat on his side scheme. Okay, I'll put 2 threat on his side scheme. Okay. And he attacks me and does 2 damage. Okay. Alright. Attaches to the active villain side scheme. Threat cannot be removed. The villain corresponding side scheme team attacks you, then discard this card. Okay, if I want to remove that card, I have to let him attack me. Okay, you know what? I forgot to draw cards again. I keep doing that. Ooh, okay. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to thwart, which is going to get rid of the confused. Then I'm going to play Lady Sif. And after Lady Sif enters play, ready Thor or Odinson. So I can ready him. It costs me 4 to play her. And what I will do now is I will... Oh yeah, exhaust Avengers Mansion and gain 1 card. And I will attack now. For 3 and put 6 on Piledriver. Sif is going to thwart for 2. So we take 2 threat off of there, put 1 inconsequential damage there, and that's going to be it. It's a good thing okay, next turn, I will have to shuffle my deck. Okay, so let's put 1 threat on here. 1 threat on each side scheme, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Then Wrecker will attack me. Alright. Okay, so he does... I defend. So let's defend. Alright, take 2. Yes. I'll have to recover soon. And his encounter card attached to Wrecker. After Wrecker schemes, place 1 threat on each other villain side scheme. Okay. And so now it is my turn. Jeez. Okay, I'm going to exhaust Avengers Mansion, which I'm going to have to shuffle my deck now. Okay, I drew a strength card, and because I drew that, I have to grab an encounter card because I had to shuffle my deck. So let's put that to the side. Okay, oof, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to play Strength. In Hall of Heroes. And I want to play Hammer Throw. Exhaust Mjolnir, do 8 damage to an enemy and return Mjolnir to your hand. This attack gains overkill. Okay, so Mjolnir comes back to my hand. That's going to kill this guy right here, Bulldozer. So Bulldozer is gone. So 2 are done. Then, let's see what I want to do. I'm going to try to put Mjolnir back in my hand. Which is I want to do. I'm going to play this card to do that. I'm going to... thwart 2 with Lady Sif. And that's going to be basically the end of my turn. We put 1 inconsequential damage there. We draw my hand. Ooh, Hercules. Ooh. Ooh, I needed that. Okay, so we're going to put 1 threat on this side scheme right here. And we got to put 1 on each side, on the main scheme, 1 on the side scheme. This is going to get 10 now. And I deal 2 damage to each friendly character. That's not good. Which is going to kill Lady Sif. Actually, I should have turned Thor so he can recover some health, which I would do. Okay. Now I have to see. Okay. So he is actually going to kill me. Yeah, there was nothing I could do. Let me see what his last encounter would have been. Wrecker attacks you, then move the villain counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least, and it would have moved to him. No, it would have stayed at Wrecker. Huh. Okay. I gotta admit, this is the first time I played this. I didn't know what a good strategy was. I probably should have went after Wrecker first, to be honest with you. His +2 attack is killer, man. I think that's what I'm going to do next time I play. But this just goes to show you how different this game version is with how it plays differently. And it is pretty fun and interesting, and I like it. It just, you got to try to figure out the right strategy. I went after the Wink Link first. I should have went after Wrecker first because he was the powerhouse. So, But I like Thor. I think his deck is good. Hercules, Valkyrie. When Valkyrie enters play, deal 2 damage to a minion. Reduce the cost to play Hercules by 1 for each minion engaged with you. But it does 3 attack, man. And I had a hammer throw, so I could have did 8 damage. And I could have killed him. No problem. Just Wrecker would have been left standing if I had one more turn. Well, alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you next time. Until then, have fun.